Hello everyone, welcome to Workshop Wednesday. How is everyone doing? Well, yesterday was my birthday, so I appreciate all of the love and birthday wishes, all the cards that I received from you guys. I'm gonna take my grid paper down here for a sec. Oops, let me move it over a little bit. So I had a very good birthday. I woke up and I came downstairs and I had gifts, balloons. Everybody was sending gifts, I guess, and my son was in charge of getting them all together. And I had a really good day. So, of course, I had to create my project today since I had such a busy day yesterday. That's why it was a mystery. What do you think it is? What could it be? Well, of course, it has something to do with Christmas now that we're done with Halloween, but let me go over what I have going on right now. All my other classes have been done, but I advertised today and I already have some of you registered. I appreciate. Me and my friends Patty and Heather are doing a gingerbread man retreat to go. So this retreat is big. There's going to be 10 projects. 7 of them are cards, and then we have 3 3D projects. So you're going to get a lot of stuff. You're going to get, so what we did is instead of having to cut and prep and all the cardstock, you're going to get a package of these. They're the embossed designs, mix and match specialty cards and envelopes. I believe there's 10. So we use almost all 10. Yeah, there's 10 in here. So you're going to get a package of these. You're going to get a spool of the shiny real red ribbon I've already used, a bolt of the red and white twine, and my peppermints. You're going to get a full package of peppermints. I thought I pulled them out. I did, because I'm using peppermints on today's project. We're going to get a full package of the peppermints. You're going to get the project kit that has all the elements to complete the 10 projects. And if there's die cuts that are not included in the bundle, we will include those for you. We're going to have some fun pillow gifts. They are so cute. I already have a few of mine. And a PDF tutorial that will ship when the kits, we'll email you the tutorial when the kits ship. So it does use this gingerbread man bundle, which is not included, but if you add it on, you can get it with, I'll pay the tax and the shipping from Stampin' Up, and I'll include it in your kit. So this retreat to go is $60, but you're gonna have some fun stuff. You get to do it in the comfort of your own home. You could do it in your pajamas. You could do it whenever you want. You don't have to sit there and follow along, just whatever. Let me give you a sneak peek. Here's just one. I'm just gonna share one project. And this is one of mine. You can see that these are embossed. So I used the striped embossing card on this one. So that's all I'm going to show you. You can see some little sneak peeks here. But if you have any questions, I already have the registration link. And I did just send out an email that has all the information as well. And if you share my video, today I have another embellishment pack to send out. So share my video, comment that you shared my video. You can share it here on Facebook or on YouTube. Just let me know that you shared it so I can enter you into the prize drawing. And if you want, oops, today's tutorial, it's a surprise. I'm just messing. You could already see it's an ugly sweater card. If you want today's tutorial, just sign up for my email list and you will get it. So here's today's project. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I love it. I don't know, maybe it's just me because I designed it. but it's an ugly sweater card. And I use the all zipped up dies and the homemade treats. So you're gonna see we're gonna use these stamps and the dies, the all zipped up dies. This is still available, but it's on last chance. And I'm using the traditional labels, just the stamps at Season's Greetings. But this one has a lot. You could put Merry Christmas inside, 'Tis the Season. There's so many sentiments. So let's get started. I thought it was adorable, so I hope you do too. All right, so we're gonna do a 5.5 by 8.5 card base of the Real Red. So 5.5, which is half of this 11. And this is already 8.5, so we know that. So we're gonna score it at 4.25. And then just fold in half. So you can make 2 out of 1 sheet of cardstock. And we're gonna get our bone folder and burnish that so it stays down. And that is done with that. So now we have a 5.25 by 4 piece of shaded spruce. So we're gonna do some die cutting. We're gonna use the half, I call it the half zipper. This is, because it doesn't go all the way down. The other one, I can show you the dies, but we're gonna try and center this. I don't wanna stick my head in there, but I think that's fairly center. Does it look center to you guys? So this is the half zip. Let me get the, so I can show you. The full zip would be all the, this one, it goes all the way down. So we want to make sure that we line this up at the top. And we're just going to go through our die cutting, cut and emboss machine. And now I want to save this piece right here. I want you to save this. We're going to use that. Normally it'd be garbage, but doesn't it look like a Christmas tree? We're going to use it as a Christmas tree. Okay, so this piece is done. And now we're going to cut, I'm calling these pieces the stripes. I don't know what you call them. Do you call them like the, I always tape mine together so they don't move, and I have both of them there. It's not like the lapel because it's a sweater. I don't know. So we're gonna cut these in basic white, and these don't cut all the way through, just so you know, but we're going to cut them. And then I have a piece of Real Red. I hope I didn't use the wrong piece. I might have used the wrong piece. And these pieces are 1.25 by 6.5 to cut the stripes. I'm calling them stripes. Stripes, strips, I don't know what you want to call them. But that's those ones. And we're done with those. And I think the rest, well, since I got the die cutting machine, this is a 2.25 by 3.75 piece of Real Red. And these are going to be the pockets. So those can just pop right on there, and we'll die cut. We're going to do some more die cutting with all of our things that are going on our ugly sweater. It's actually not an ugly one. It's cute, I think. Do you guys go to ugly sweater parties and stuff? All right, those are our pockets. So let's get this out of the way because we have a lot to do on this sweater. So here's our sweater, and my hands are oily. I just did my nails, so I was doing them just before I went on, so they're a mess. I haven't even had a chance to clean them up. So you can just snip and snip for the one end, snip and snip. They don't have to be perfect. We just need that one and that one. Let me get this other stuff out of the way. Ugh, I could tell I'm getting oil all over this. So let's hopefully everything let me wipe up on my pants. I've been trying to do my nails pretty much all week. And I'm just doing them now. This time change. How's everybody doing with the time change? The time change, it's got me a little messed up. Normally it doesn't bother me too much, but I've been staying up super late and then getting up super early. So we're gonna glue the real red ones first. So these actually can go either way. They're gonna hang off on either way that you put it. If you put it on this side, they're still gonna hang off. So we're gonna put these according to these die cut lines. See them? There, because we're not using this zipper at all. So let me get my glue, and I just put a strip down that line, and then I kind of go down. You can see my lines aren't very straight, but they'll work. So let's put this one, line it up with that line, like I said, and adhere it. Now let's get this one and do the same, line it up with that line. And so normally I would put like a silver in here because of the zipper, the color of the zipper, whatever color you want the zipper to be. But we're covering that up because, like I said, we're making a sweater. So what I did, let me grab my silicone mat so that if I get glue, I'm not stuck to the paper. So I just put it ran my glue, across these notches and then down. And these are gonna overlap because normally you wouldn't put something there. I'm just really doing a number over here, aren't I? So we just want to cover. I got glue on my finger, so now I'm going to be picking everything up with that finger. And then do the same over here. And these are going to kind of overlap, and it's okay. So let's rub those down, make sure that they're stuck. Did I not put glue over here? There's not enough glue. I stick some glue. But y'all are doing okay with the time change? All right. If you hear noise in the background, my husband's cooking. Dang, look, my oil's getting all over. But I think we're going to cover most of that up. So there is our sweater. And so now we're just going to trim these extra pieces off. And trim. And trim. Okay, so now what we're going to do, can't believe I got all this oil. Okay, so we're going to use some of the early espresso twine. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our, have you guys seen those lighted necklaces with the Christmas bulbs on them? That's what this is supposed to be. So I'm going to do is, I'm going to put it on the back here, and I'm going to, where's my tape? I'm going to use some tape. You can use the mini glue dots. Actually, on the instructions, I said mini glue dots. So you know what? Let's use a mini glue dot. So I'm doing what my instructions say. Where are my glue dots? Glue dot. Here. And then you could kind of like, just kind of figure it out, sort of. Kind of should have straightened this out some. And then let's put a glue dot on the back. A glue dot. I'm going to trim this so I know where my glue dots are. Okay, so you're going to kind of just bring it around, kind of hold it and go over and adhere it to that glue dot. My scissors. I don't know what's going on with my my twine. All right, so we have those. I cannot believe all this glue. I might have made this too long. So let's add a glue dot here in the center. Kind of. And then we can change our position of this. When I was doing this, it was a little bit easier. You know, when you're live, things are different. So kind of like there's our necklace. So we're going to add some of the traditional sparkle sequence. And let's just go down the line and add some colors. I'm not sure what I did here. I'm just, number one, I have my wrong tool. I should have my take your pick tool. Not sure why I have this one. Here we go. And these should stick. If not, you can always add a mini glue dot under them, or so let's go back. Let's add green here at the top, add red, add blue, and then we have our gold. We'll fix that after, but that's kind of the idea of what we're going to do there. So now we are going to move this aside and let's get our pockets. So this will be the right pocket. This will be the left pocket. I can't pick up anything. Okay. Always something. I'm going to get my real red ink and a sponge dauber and just tap it in there with some ink on it. And I just want to kind of ink these edges. Kind of darken them up. Add some little bit of ink to them. Can you guys see? And you know what? Must have like the oil under my nail. It's a cuticle nail. The cuticle oil that's on my nail still, I guess, because it looks like it's getting under. Okay, so there's our pockets. So I'm gonna grab a baby wipe real quick and see if I can get some of this oil off, because I'm really messing this card up. I always keep my baby wipes inside my, I didn't even get to like clean up my nails. I was just doing them at the last minute. Sorry. Let's just make sure that there's no oil under them. Messing my card up. All right, let's hope that that is good. Okay, so now, as I said, we wanted to save this piece. So we're just going to glue this to where you think it looks like the tree, if that makes sense. I think I counted down like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're just going to add some glue. Stick it on there. And watch, I'm probably at 8 now that I told you 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm at 8. So mine's stuck. But so 7, 8, that's fine. And then now we're just going to trim this side. And there's our Christmas tree. Now we're going to add another sequence to the top like it's the star. All right, so now we'll add some mini dimensionals to our pockets. And I'm using minis because I'm gonna add some candy canes in my pocket on the right pocket because we have a Christmas tree on the left. So let's bring this back in, add our pockets. Pocket. And we'll add this one right there. Is this too early for Christmas for you guys? Are you all already into Christmas? We took our Halloween stuff down right away, but I'm still in my fall decor because Thanksgiving's not here yet. I used to not decorate till after December 10th for Christmas because my son's birthday's December 10th. Okay, so now we can go ahead and glue this on. I think I've done enough damage to it for now. And we'll just glue this on. I'm gonna open this up. And so there's one of two ways. If you want this to stick down, you could put like a little dot of glue and then hold it for a minute and see it'll stick. Or like I said, you can use a glue dot. And that's just if you want to put for it to hold down. Sometimes if you get the sequence just right, it's going to stick. So you can do a glue dot or you can do the glue. Okay, so our pocket. So now we got to stamp all our goodies. And we're going to stamp our candy cane, our gingerbread man, and our Santa hat. Now these are all from the homemade treats. Now I have a class with this one coming as well, but these stamps are from the handmade treats. So we're gonna do our gingerbread man 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I think, oops, I did those too low because we have to die cut them. I guess I can't tell because I don't want to stick my head in the camera. So this is pecan pie. Did I say crumb cake? I might have said crumb cake. We're going to do the hat twice in real red. And we're going to do the candy cane 4 times. So 1, 2, I don't know why I'm doing these low. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is like a 2x6 piece of cardstock. So you'll have plenty of room in case you make mistakes like me. Let's get our die cutting. And the nice thing about this handmade treats is they have 2 of each of these dies. And if you could see what I did here, that means I pressed too hard and I had ink on my edges. So you don't need to press hard. I'm trying to get all these dies off my magnet here. Okay, so here's a Santa hat. And I have a bunch of these little pieces of tape because I want them to stay in place. Another hat. It's really weird when you're trying not to get your head in the camera. Let's see if these will stay in place. Sometimes when you have a lot, they won't stay in place. It's like they're feeding off of each other. See, like that one insists on moving. I was trying not to put them close to each other so that they wouldn't do that. Well, let's see what's going to happen with my gingerbread guys. All right. Da, da, da. Let's see. Hopefully none of them moved. Okay. So we need another gingerbread. Our hats we're done with. Let me put those back on the magnet. Oh, you know what else I wanted to show you guys was the new packaging. Have any of you ordered anything with the new packaging? You know, we don't have the plastic cases anymore. And I will show you, remind me to show you so that I do not forget, because I know me, I forget. Okay, I think we just need this guy. And let's cut. Let's hope this guy does not move. I could have added tape, but I think out of this sweater, this is like the hardest part. It's just all these little guys. But you need the little guys. They're so cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Bring our sweater back in here. Here's all of our guys. These are because I made the mistake the first time. And so these are all going to go on with mini dimensionals. Here goes a mini. A mini. Have you guys checked out the new items that came out? We have 2 new kits. So I'm going to be having a kit together with one of the new kits. And our sweet surprise for next month is going to be using the Hobby Haven bundle. Okay, so now all of these, you just stick however you want. But I'm gonna copy like my last one. First of all, I guess we should put our candy canes. So we want to put a couple of candy canes coming out of the pocket. Crazy how all that oil's all over there. And then we'll put a candy cane up top over here. We're gonna put a a gingerbread here. I got another candy cane here. And we're gonna put a gingerbread. My necklace maybe should have been a little bit more rounded like my first one, because this guy was gonna go right here. So I should have maybe made this more rounded like my original, huh? So it looks more like a necklace. I went too far down. Let's see if we could fix it. But then there's our hat. I wonder if I could. Let's take this gold sequence off. Don't worry, our gingerbread man is going to cover up that where I just ripped it. I'm like making a mess over here. Maybe I should have left it. Okay, let's get some or we could just leave it dangly like that. What do you guys think? Dangly or secure it? So roll your glue dot like in half and put it. And let's get another glue dot. Roll it, and then I don't know if you get our kits, if you have the dots from our kits, those ones would actually probably be a little better. I'm trying to make this a little bit more round. Let me, another glue dot. I made it too much like a V. We're gonna fix all this. And I'm gonna add one more. Oh my goodness. Lisa, what are you doing? There's a little bit more round. Let's add our dot back on here, or our sequence. That one that I took off. And this. I will tuck that in. And you know what, let's just make it easier so that we're not taking a bunch of time. And I will fix that after. I'll take this piece off and stick this piece. I need something flat to stick it in there. There. So there, now it's a little bit more round. And I'll probably glue this one because none of this is lined up where it's supposed to be. I'll fix it. But there, that's a little bit more rounder. And there's our card, but we're gonna add our sentiment. And I love this traditional labels stamp set. Now these, in case you didn't know, this sentiment here actually will stamp inside a banner. That's why it's curved like that, and I'll show you. Here is the banner die, and that's what it would look like. So if you wanted to put the I got ink, just messed that up, but that's what it would look like if you wanted to use the banner. That's no good now. And now I'm afraid I'm going to get ink on my card. All right, so I'm going to use my seal to add this to the inside. Today's been one of those days. I've been working a lot though. A lot of creating. And I think there is our card. I'm just going to glue that one down, and then I'm going to put this gold one. Put this glue dot back on there. You can go there. All right, so there's our card. I hope you guys liked it. I hope the mystery was worth the wait. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know. I will be back live next Wednesday. And don't forget to share my video. And please, if you're watching me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Give me a like, give me a love, whatever you can. It all helps my algorithms. I can never say that word right. But you guys have a great evening, and thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.